How's it going, guys? So we are here for some what's coming, and yeah, there's some changes to Rust that are coming up, and we've got a big content thing coming up as well. So that will definitely be something cool. So one of the few changes here that I would say are pretty significant is you can put small signs on most deployables now. So you can put a sign here, and you can put a sign on your boxes and go ahead and label your boxes. So, you know, if you don't have skins you like to use, or you just like to label anyways, there you go. Now, this may change a bit because technically I can kind of cover like the whole TC. So I'm sure that might get some, changes to it or something. Or maybe the TC itself will get removed. One way or another, though, you can now put, signs on a lot of stuff to go ahead and get that going. Now, another thing we've actually seen a nice change over to is when placing power lines, you always have to finish it, right? And if you mess up or something, well, you gotta start from the beginning again, and sometimes that means running to the complete opposite side of your base. Well, now you can actually go ahead and, as long as you've made a partial connection, so see how we've clicked here, and then if we want to go back here, we can actually hit right click and it will Alright, so I thought this was already on staging, and it isn't. So basically, you'll be able to mouse hover over the wires, and there'll actually be a functionality of where you'll see where it is coming from, which is really nice. And then once you've made a connection here, you can right click, and instead of it deleting the entire line like it is for me right now, when I was trying to show it to you, it'll only delete to the last node or connection there with right click, which I think is a nice little thing as an addition there. And as you'll see here, I've got out the fishing pole. No, it does not work yet, but work is being done on fishing. There's, the resistance and pull of the reel, as well as bait mentioned. So, hey, guys, it looks like we might be getting fishing in this kind of like aquatic update is what it's pretty much looking like it's going to be. So, yeah, definitely some very exciting stuff there. So let's go ahead and jump on into all this stuff with the submarines and aquatic stuff that we've heard so far. Starting off, we've got a couple of things to show you, and the very first thing here I want to bring up is Shark Prefab Id Fix X after moving it. So guys, sharks are actually finally coming. We will see sharks in Rust, and apparently there will be other sea life as well, so we'll just have to see what that is, but hey, at least to begin, there will be sharks. So then, of course, it comes to, well, how will we defend ourselves against sharks? And, well, the answer is going to be the Harpoon Gun is finally going to be here. And after being something that was concepted in the beginning of Rust days and never coming in, it's really cool to see this thing actually, have a chance to make it in. And, yeah, I mean, I love the design of this. It's made out of copper pipes. There's an O2 tank and, a trigger from like a spray gun, and yeah, it's just, I love it. This thing just is so much Rust. And with a harpoon gun, I'm hoping maybe we'll have different tips. I don't know, the team hasn't said anything, but arrows, harpoons, you never know. I would love just to have like a net attachment that you can shoot out of it, but this isn't the biggest harpoon gun, so it's probably not the kind that would have that. But hey, who knows, one way or another, harpoon gun on the way. And, well, with submarines, there's also going to be a way to actually defend yourselves in the subs. It looks like we have torpedoes coming. And, yeah, so Tom has been working on these torpedo models, and, they look really cool. They're made out of like little makeshift propane tanks. I love that idea. And it looks like we might have a couple different variations. I'm not sure. There is a different size that was in his stream. We'll just have to see if both come in. But yeah, that's definitely something that looks really incredible. And I think that's going to be really, really fun. And, well, what's the progress on the submarines? Well, so far we've got a few new images, and the team sent them over to Shadow. Shadow sent them over to me, so a shout out to Shadow for being awesome. And that would be Shadow Frax, to be more specific. I know Shadow, there's a lot of people that have the word Shadow in their name. One way or another, we've got the submarine sitting here, And yeah, it looks like you'll be able to purchase them from the fishing villages, just like the other boats and so forth. Of course, pricing and all that is going to be something we'll have to wait till it's probably on staging branch to even think about. We also have a little kind of like spin around on the solo sub, and it has a gas tank now, which you can see is on the outside. So, that's definitely interesting. And yeah, it's just kind of nice to see these little models, in action, which is quite cool. Then, in addition to that, we've got a little bit of a teaser of the underwater labs monument that's going to be happening. So, of course, submarines are cool and all, but you kind of need somewhere to go with them, right? So, there's going to be a new monument, the underwater labs, and this looks really, really cool already. I can't wait to see what they're doing with it. As you can see here, we've got a docked submarine that has pulled on up into the docking station, which is quite cool. And then we also have a video for you to play here. So we'll end out the video there with the video and leave you with that. There's quite a bit of little adjustments coming here and there to the Rust system, when it comes to all this aquatic stuff. So we'll be sure to keep you in tune with all that stuff that's happening. The submarines themselves have also seen some adjustments. It looks like if they're inside, they won't decay. If they're outside, it's the same as a rowboat, the 240 minutes. It's much more than rowboat, sorry. And rowboat's 180, so that's quite a bit. And then it's 180 if you leave it in deep water. So it goes a lot quicker. It's the same as a rowboat. So there you go. And I think rowboats in deep water are something like 100 or 120, something like that. So yeah, it kind of just gives you a little perspective. Of course, that can always change. So yeah, we'll go ahead and toss that video out to you guys. Enjoy checking it out. Sound off what you're the most